Continue to unpack this now. I'm joined by international relations consultant Charles Sinkala. Charles, the significance in your view of this visit by the Botswana leader to South Africa at this time?
Yes, thank you very much, Dan, and good afternoon to your viewers. It is quite significant, in the sense that we have called the interaction of heads of states and government within the African concept, so that they interact more and they deal with the issues in terms of security, economic constraints, and the other many issues which are surrounding us. But my only worry is what vehicle are they using to interact to each other? Here, the visit is not only based on the interaction as African leaders, the visit is what I call an occasion called by the West, because the BNC is an initiative by the United States of America for cultural and education purposes. And one just wonders, Dan, that how can the West start creating a vehicle such as the BNC to teach the Africans and start interrogating themselves on how to live in terms of culture and education. And that poses a big threat, Dan, to be honest, because in the sense that these organizations that are made and implemented from the outside, they've got their own agenda. Of course, this visit, both President Ramaphosa and President Masisi shall report to that commission of what they have discussed. But when will the African leaders have an occasion called by themselves to discuss the matters? That will be,
sorry, Charles, but this is a binational commission between the two countries.
Yeah, but it was initiated, done by the United States of America. It is not a vehicle that was initiated by the African leaders for them to converge. If you check the history of the BNC, it is an initiative by the United States of America and is controlled by them. So my point, what I'm saying is when will African leaders meet to discuss on an occasion called by themselves, and they don't have to report to anybody else apart from the peoples of those countries.
Regardless that you say it was created by the US, you don't think it's an important vehicle for the two leaders to come together and discuss the problem that exists between the two countries and also try to strengthen their relationships?
Of course, I have saluted that to the visit, because this is what we want on the continent, for African leaders to, to interact more oftenly to resolve the issues in terms of security, migration, and other many economical activities. But my only concern, which I had and I've had early before, that it's the vehicle which is used in terms of interacting. But in any case, for any head of state to visit another African head of state, that builds up the strength of relationships and the bilateral relationships, I'd say, quite in international law. But we hope that many heads of state should be visiting each other to discuss the issues. But again, we've got an issue going on in Botswana regarding the former president, eNCA.
Yes, and President Ramaphosa was asked about that, and he says, as far as he's concerned, he's here in South Africa as a private citizen, and he's not a fugitive from justice. So that's a little matter of tension, I would guess, between the two leaders.
Indeed, Dan, it's a big spat between the two. You remember that leading to 2019, before the end of this term, President eNCA actually nominated President Masisi to be, head of state of Botswana. But I think the disagreements came in regarding what he built in terms of when he was in government, and I think they were not getting along, and he forced himself to get out of the only political party that he knew, which was founded by his father, Celeste Khama, ending up making a mistake of himself going to now join a political party, which he was not supposed to do that as a former head of state. He was supposed to remain apolitical, and try to work with the current government, which is in power. So that friction is going to go very far, and now he's being called a fugitive in South Africa. And of course, President Masisi will be asking questions, and which he has done already to his counterpart on what grounds of visit has President eNCA visited South Africa, but also not understanding that the border between Botswana and South Africa is quite close, and he has maybe visited several times.
Yes, thank you very much for your time, Charles Sinkala, and your insights there regarding the importance of the visit by the Botswana president.